first thing to think about what is relevant. And for me, it's the casualization of the workplace and the fact that we can be a bit more creative, that we can push those boundaries, and that's what always really excites me. Always then finding items that have a little bit of a twist. So we kind of listen, we know that the trench, the white shirt, the black trousers would be great in every workplace. We know that. But how do we make them expressive of who we are? How do we make them feel relevant? The other element of this question for me is making sure that when you're buying something, you're not just putting it into your workwear wardrobe and then your casual wardrobe. Really think about how items can be worn differently, and therefore you're getting more wear for your money. First item is this super cute twist on a classic trench. The drop shoulder, the exaggerated detail on the shoulder, that crop shape, if you wear a lot of dresses and skirts, is going to be fantastic for you. I also think it's one, especially if you're based in a really busy city and you're getting kind of on the tube or in taxis, you don't necessarily want all that extra fabric, so you get that feel of a jacket, and it's that weight that you want in the in between seasons, and it feels like that classic item, but that has the twist to it. The next item I found is an Isabel Marant Etoile blouse, which from a distance just looks like a classic white shirt or a frilly kind of white shirt, but actually if we can get up close, it's a very, very, very soft denim cotton fabric that, again, how can we make things feel a bit more casual? So if you're putting that under a blazer, it's going to look so chic and so smart, but it's not going to feel as stiff as just a classic white shirt. The quality is so beautiful. And for me, something like that will help your wardrobe to suddenly feel more, not just maybe so corporate and harsh. It adds that softness, it adds that little bit of femininity, and that's maybe what you need. And perhaps ask yourself, what is relevant to me? What am I missing? And this is when we're going to talk about a bit more about looking at the words that we're feeling. So if we're feeling that our office wear is feeling too hard, corporate, boring, what's the opposite of that? For you, it might be something that adds a bit of fun, a bit of femininity. So that is a great alternative to a white shirt for me. The next thing is thinking about stepping away. So again, a classic crew neck cashmere jumper would be in every capsule, would be something that we're told is what we all need. But really, maybe for you, it's about opening up that neckline and having these kind of collared knits is something that we're seeing more of. And I think if you feel when you put on a crew neck jumper, you just feel too stiff and you feel like you're not comfortable in your body, this just opens up that neckline. That slightly more kind of fluid knit, lighter, to me has a bit more relevance. The shorter sleeve feels a little bit of a twist. Have a think about how you could switch out the pencil skirts, or perhaps switch out the more kind of even the pleated skirts that we see for something that's a bit more unusual in a pink colour. This is by Joseph, and it's got this incredible weight to it. So actually will be amazing in the winter with like a tan boot, which feels different. It feels unexpected. Then I found some really beautiful blue blouses. We've got an Anine Bing one here. That oversized shape, perhaps taking something from being tucked in to being kind of looser, more oversized, is going to help you to modernize that wardrobe. Keep everything else feeling quite smart, tailored, refined. A real opportunity maybe for you to try out a new haircut, but doing it in this more relaxed cut. And if you can introduce those more casual, relaxed elements to your current workwear, for me, that's what would really make my wardrobe feel more relevant. And they've also got it in it's kind of an off-white. It's not a real fresh white. That is going to take you through for the next few seasons. Circling back to this one. This is by Chufy. Have a zoom in on that. It's great. And I love the fact that it's got this kind of tape down the shoulder, which takes what feels like quite a pretty blouse and gives it that slightly harder edge. If you own a lot of navy in your wardrobe and you're a bit bored of your navy, this is where I would step into the other tones of blue. These are gorgeous. So the next thing I would consider is going for a more fluid trouser, something that has a bit of width. Again, someone was asking about how do we add a bit more femininity. This is how you do it, through fabrication, and actually something that has a bit of movement to it, even if it's in a more tailored masculine cut. is going to feel more feminine. Now, these are Ganni, really cool belt as well that you could take off and put on your jeans. And again, can we see the texture? Consider texture in your wardrobe to make things more relevant. But I think they could be a very interesting workwear trouser. And then these I may have to try on. Vince, these are full price. These are new season, so these are $465. And they're the fabric is almost heavier than a silk. I'm sure it is silk, but it kind of feels more weighty than a silk. And they to me feel very, very timeless, but will always feel fresh and relevant. This is when we really are pushing the boundaries. But I had to choose one of their Stella McCartney pieces. She does tailoring so well. And I think if you are wanting to push the boundaries of work and just see if you can take things up a notch and just really show your visibility and show your presence in the workplace, I feel like a blazer like this is just an easy, quick thing to do. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, I mean, the words fail me. Final idea for you, and hope you feel that this has been packed full of ideas to make your workwear more relevant, is thinking about dresses. I mean, if you struggle with outfitting, if you struggle with pairing, you struggle with color, a one and done dress is going to really help you. And again, finding something that is maybe a bit more modest for the workplace. So this is a full sleeve, a higher neck, but feels unexpected. It's got that shearing all through the body, the slight volume of the skirt here. We could do it with a beautiful knee-high boot. I think would be great. I'm seeing kind of maybe a modern pearl. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So, hope that's given you some ideas about how to make your workwear more relevant. But really, all I would suggest to you with what you've already got, step into that wardrobe and things that you've thought of as casual, can you smarten them up and pair them with things that are more smart? And then apart from that, try and give a tweak on the classics.